Hello everyone, welcome back to the another session on programming part. I have received some requests from various students regarding to post the programming which will be used for placement purpose, and not only for placement purpose, to improve your coding skills also it will be very useful. Now let's start programming part of C language, the basic programming knowledge using of patterns. So in this video I wanted to cover pattern programs. Pattern programs. So example, I have taken this pattern. Look at this pattern. So when you look at any pattern, you have to first of all divide that to number of rows and number of columns, because it is two dimension. Look at this, it is two dimension. So we can see rows and we can see the columns. Now first of all we have to divide this into rows and columns. Right, now look at this. This is a two-dimensional matrix. This is a two-dimensional matrix where we can see two dimensions. Now let's give the index to this. So we started this A at the index of 0 and 0. What do you mean by this 0 and 0? This is first row and first column an element, right? So I am giving this as 1, my first element, or else my first row. This is my second row, third row, fourth row and fifth row. So to represent rows, I have taken I. Okay. To represent columns, I have taken J. Now let's see this. Now when I wanted to print 1 1, when I wanted to print the value at the location 1 1, that means I wanted to display this A. Now if I wanted to display this A, then how I can access this? This is at the place of second row, first column, right? Now this is my pattern. I wanted to print only this pattern. Now let's look into the logic, how logic will works. Now the logic is what? I have to write two loops. And this loop is outer for loop. This is outer for loop, and this loop is what? Inner for loop. And this is outer for loop and this is my inner for loop. Now using of this outer for loop, I am running this for loop to print number of rows. This outer for loop is for what? To print number of rows. Now I'll start from I is equal to 1. Okay, I'll start from I is equal to 1. When I value is 1, now what is my J value? J value is what? A. Right? J value is also 1. A means only one variable or one value I wanted to print. Right. When I value is 2, now look at this. When I value is 2, how many values I wanted to print? 2 values. So J wanted to 2. When I value is 3, J, look at this. I value is 3. How many values we wanted to print? 3 values we wanted to print. Now when I value is 4, how many values we would like to print? 4. Look at this. I value is 4. We would like to print 4 values. When I value is 5, how many values we would like to print? 5 values. Now this is the logic. What is the logic? I value is directly proportional to J. I value is 1, J is also 1. I value is 2, J is 2. So now one more point what we have to keep in mind is I is only 1, but J is what? 1. I is 2, and now this time J should be what? 1, 2. Isn't it? I is 2, but J should be print 1 and 2. I is equal to 3, J is also 3, but the 3 indicates one value 2 value and 3 value. Okay, now look at this. This outer loop is to iterate the number of lines. So each line I should print some output. That output is this. J loop is to display, J loop is to visit the alphabet. Right, now let's trace this program. Now I is equal to 1. I is equal to 1 means first line. In the first line, what value we wanted to print? A. I wanted to print this A value. Now look at this. I is equal to 1. The execution style of for loop is first it will be executes. Initialization will get execute always first. And the second condition will execute. When the condition is true, it will come down. Whatever the statement it follows, that will be come to the next. So first executable statement, second executable statement, and it will come down to the statement. So fortunately it is a loop again. ఇది ఫస్ట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది, ఇది సెకండ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. అప్పుడు ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్కి వెళ్ళకుండా కిందికి వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు కింద ఏముంది చూడండి, మళ్ళీ ఫర్ లూపే ఉంది. సో మళ్ళీ ఫర్ లూప్ ఎలా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది? Initialization first, condition second. After this again will go down. So here it is a statement. Now we'll print this out. Now I is equal to 1. Condition true, because 1 is less than or equal to 5. Condition true. So when condition is true, we'll be going to this. Now j is equal to 1. So I value is 1 and j is also 1. So condition 1 less than or is equal to I is what? 1. I is 1. Paina I value enta 1. So 1 lesser equal to 1. Condition true. When condition is true, we will be going to this. Now what is there here? Percentile C. What do you mean by this? Percentile C means we have to print a percentile C means what? Character. What character? These are not numbers, these are characters. So we already know about ASCII. What is ASCII? American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So ASCII has given some values to the alphabets, right? So according to this, capital A value is what? 65. Capital A value is what? 65. So now j is already initialized with a value of 1. Now 1 plus 64, it becomes 65. 65 is this value. Equivalent character will be print. So which is capital A. So printf /n means what? New line. Because after printing of 1, you have to come for the second line. Okay. Now we will be in the second line. So again we will be going to where? J loop. We will be going to J loop. Now this time J plus plus plus. So now J is already 1. J will be increased by 1. Now this time J is equal to what? 2. J is equal to 2. So when J is equal to 2, loop repeats. J equal to 2, 2 less than or equal to 1. I value ఇంకా అప్డేట్ అవ్వలేదు కదా. సో I వాల్యూకి మనం పోలేదు, ఇంకా ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ నుంచి పైకి వెళ్ళాలి. సో మనం ఇంకా ఇక్కడికి పోలేదు కాబట్టి I వాల్యూ అనేది ఎంత? 1. సో J వాల్యూ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది, I వాల్యూ మాత్రం 1గా ఉంది. అంటే 2 less than or equal to 1. Condition fail. So now condition fail, will go to back. So in this back, we'll go to I plus plus. Now I value will be 2. Now loop repeats. I is equal to 2. 2 less than or equal to 5. Condition true. When condition is true, we'll go to the next line. So I is equal to 2 అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? సెకండ్ లైన్లోకి వచ్చాం మనం. ఇప్పుడు సెకండ్ లైన్లో ఏముంది? J is equal to 1. సో J is equal to 1 అంటే J is equal to 1. J less than or equal to I. సో I కండిషన్ ఏంటి? 2. కండిషన్ ట్రూ. కిందికి వెళ్తాం. కింది ఇప్పుడు ఏముంది? J plus 64. J వాల్యూ ఎంత? 1. 1 ప్లస్ 64 ఎంత 65 కాబట్టి మళ్ళీ మనకు ఏ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. విల్ డిస్ప్లే ఏ హియర్. దెన్ అగైన్ విల్ గో అప్. నౌ దిస్ టైమ్ j ప్లస్ ప్లస్. సో నౌ j ప్లస్ ప్లస్ మీన్స్ వాట్ 1 will become 2. Now 2 less than or equal to I value ఎంత అయింది ఇందాక 2 అయింది. Just before I value updated to 2. Now 2 less than or equal to 2. Condition true. Equal to ఉంది కదా 2. Now will come down. So character. ఏ character print అవ్వాలి? J value ఎంత 2. 2 plus 64 ఎంత 66. So A capital A value 65. Now capital B value 66. Capital C 67. Very good. అంతే రైట్. ఇప్పుడు 2 plus 64. 66 అంటే ఏం ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది? B ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. Now we'll be displaying B. Now again we'll go to here. Now this time J plus plus. 2 plus plus means 3. J is equal to 3. Now J less than or equal to I. J is 3, I is 2. ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? Condition fail. Again we'll go to top. Now this time I value 3. I is equal to 3. 3 less than or equal to 5. Condition true. Will come down. Now J value is again 1. Now 1 less than or equal to 3. Condition true. Will come here. Now J is 1. 1 plus 64 65. A will comes out and next loop repeats. 2 plus 65 2 plus 64 66. B will print. 3 plus 64 67. C will print. Did you understand? Like this we'll get the entire pattern. So when condition fails we'll come out of this for loop. Did you understand? Now let's see the complete program. Now this is the complete program. Look at this program. This is the complete program. So we know already hash include stdio.h, void main, int I comma j comma rows. So rows means I value. Okay, enter number of rows you want to print. So enter number of rows means I gave here 5. Look at this, I gave here 5. So now rows value is what? 5. Rows value is 5. Now here I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. Condition true will come down. Condition fail will go back. Now we'll print this. So this is my output. Okay. So students should execute this program and please practice the pattern programs. Definitely you will be benefited in your placement prospective. Okay. Thank you.